Hello students, in the previous class we have seen what is climate. Let's once again revise this. Climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long time, and different places in the world have different types of climates. And the annual record of this long-term average temperature and rainfall at a particular place is called as the climate chart, and this is being provided by the meteorological department. According to that, we can get an idea about a particular place at which specific period of the time of the year it will have which type of climate. Now there are various factors which is contributing towards this climate. Let's watch a video on the factors affecting the climate.
I'm not just talking about India. There are six major components that controls the climate of any place. They are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief features. Let's understand each one of them. The first one is latitude. Due to the curvature of the earth, the amount of solar energy received varies depending on the latitude. That's why you'll see the temperature decreases as we go away from the equator towards the poles. This is the equatorial region, from Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere to Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere. There is another name to it called as tropical zone or torrid zone. As we go further away, we have the temperate zone or the temperate region. This is the area lying in between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere it is between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Now this area has a pleasant climate. That's why you will find most of the tourist destination in the world located at temperate regions. As we go even further away, we have the frigid zone. It's cold freezing out here. This area is in between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere it is between Antarctic Circle and South Pole. So these were all the latitudinal changes that affects the climate of a place. The second factor is altitude. Altitude means height. The more you go above the ground, that is from the surface of the earth to higher altitudes, the temperature decreases. Because the concentration of air molecules decreases, we also call it as thin air. That's why when you go to hill stations, it's cool out there. The third factor is pressure and wind system. By pressure we mean high and low pressure system. Always remember, air moves from high pressure to low pressure area. The best way to understand this, I have given this illustration before, so I'm going to use it again. Switch on the AC in your room and leave the door open. You will feel the cool air going out of the room, and this is because the environment outside your room is warm and it's attracting the cool air molecules towards it. Hence, by this example, you can also understand this. Landmass gets heated faster than water bodies, and due to that, a low pressure zone is created at the land surface, which attracts cool air molecules from the sea or ocean, causing rainfall and changes in the temperature. The fourth factor is distance from the sea. Now, if you're residing at coastal areas, you will notice there is hardly any change in the weather condition. I mean, you will be constantly facing the wind from the sea, so there isn't going to be much differences in the weather condition. But as you move away from the coastal areas towards central part of the landmass, you will start to witness extreme weather changes like very hot during summer and very cold during winters. This condition is known as continentality. The fifth factor is ocean currents. It is a continuous movement of ocean water from one place to another. Ocean currents are created by wind, water temperature, salt content, and the gravitational pull of sun and the moon. Generally, there is two types of ocean currents, cold and warm currents. You can see them in this picture. The red arrow indicates warm currents and the blue one are cold currents. If you notice, most of the warm currents are near the equatorial region. That's where the sun rays falls directly and are found in abundance. So the theory is these warm and cold current influences the local winds of the nearby landmass and causes change in the climatic condition. For example, with warm currents, the landmass face warm and humid climate. And the last factor is relief features. In geography, the meaning of relief is typical high and low lying areas like mountains, plateau, plain, deserts, etc. High mountains act as barriers for cold or hot winds, just like we have the Himalayas that protect us from the cold chilly wind of the Arctic. And it is also due to these mountains precipitation takes place. One such example would be the mountains of Western Ghats that lie in the path of the rain-bearing southwest monsoon winds. So these were the six factors that affects the climate of India, not just India, any place on earth. If you want to see
So students, we just watched a video about how different factors are contributing towards the climate. Now, when we're talking about this climate, we definitely talk about the adaptation to the different type of climate. So, what is this adaptation? This adaptation is nothing but the ability of an organism to develop certain features which improve the chances of its survival in the environment in which they live. And this is called as adaptation. Now, animals are adapted to survive in the conditions in which they live. So, whatever conditions we are able to survive, so we have adapted ourselves according to the climate. It is a trait of an organism that has been favored by the natural selection. It means whoever will be able to survive in the with the changes in the climate, that person will be able to survive. And these adaptations are of three types. First is structural adaptations. In this adaptation of the special body parts of an organism that helps it to survive in its natural habitat. Example, skin, color, shape, body covering. So the organisms will change, will adapt their structures in such a way that it will be able to adjust according to the natural habitat. Example, skin, color changes, right? Shape, body coverings. Examples here is chameleon. Now this is structural adaptation of the chameleon according to the environment in which, suppose it is living in the on the tree, if it is on the branches it will have green color, if it is on the trunk it will have a brown color. So skin color, so different animals have the structural adaptations according to the climate. Second is behavioral adaptations. The adaptation of special ways in a particular organism that helps it to survive in its natural habitat. It usually occurs in response to some external stimuli. Frog, bears undergo the hibernation or winter sleep during the hard winter season. That is the behavioral adaptations of the animals according to the climate. Third one is physiological adaptations. In these adaptations, the body systems of an organism will allow it to perform certain biochemical reactions. Example, warm-blooded animals are able to keep the constant body temperature because of the physiological adaptation. So we have seen that adaptations are of three types: structural, behavioral, and physiological. So the animals that live in a very cold or hot climate must possess special features to protect themselves against extreme cold or heat. Now we human beings, how we are getting adapted towards this extreme cold or heat, depending now according to that we change our food habits, our clothing, our houses, that is shelter, right? So even in the animals they also possess these special features to protect themselves against extreme cold or heat. Now, these features and habits help the animal to adapt to their surrounding are the result of the process of evolution. You all have already watched the video of the formation of the earth. So with this formation of earth video, we got an information that whatever we are existing today were not the same as when the earth was made. Okay, we have evolved. That is the theory of evolution. So we evolved from a simple organism to a complex organisms. So according to the habitat, animals have adapted themselves. So all the organisms have, with the passing changes in the time in the climate, all the organisms have evolved according to their adaptation towards the environment. And these animals may be grouped as either a polar region or the tropical rainforest animals. So in our next video, we are going to learn about how the adaptation of animals is seen in the polar region. Thank you.